Hey everybody, hope you're having a good weekend so far. Well, I'll just get right into it. I think that pretty soon we're going to see a big run on the grocery stores. I really do. And it could happen with the gasoline as well. Why do I think that? There's a lot of talk and a lot of buildup, chatter about big lockdowns, restrictions happening here in the United States. And I know some of the red states may not go along with that, they may ignore it. However, I believe that if they do, if the federal government tries to institute a big lockdown in the United States, I believe, because it's supposed to be up to the governors, the state governors, but I believe more of the red state governors will go along with it than we realize. I really do. I, Now, Florida, that guy down there, from the way he's talking, I don't think they will. They're not going to bow. However, some others will. Our guy here in Georgia, I don't know. I don't know. He's a little unpredictable sometimes. So we will see. Been watching some disturbing video out of Australia. Looks like they're really, or at least parts of Australia, the cities are really in a real tight, draconian type lockdown from the way it looks. If you're in Australia and you're able to, let us know. Let us know what's going on with you where you are there. But it looks very tight, very restrictive. And then I was watching some video a while ago on the news, just random, of big time demonstrations going on. It's been going on in the streets of Paris, France, Berlin, Germany, and some in Australia. It might have been, I can't remember if it was Sydney or Melbourne, but so in Europe, they're really marching big time, and some of those demonstrations were getting rough. They were going after the police, and it was really getting going to blows there. So they're protesting for. They realize what's about to happen or what is happening there. They're realizing that their freedoms are really getting tightened down, and they're really sick of it. It seems like they're just over it, but won't go into more detail than that right now. That may be another video for a different time, but I'm thinking about doing that. But will that happen here? How will we react? Because I believe if we go into more lockdowns and restrictions, it's going to be a lot tighter. They're going to really try to lock things down and maybe even restrict travel, prevent you from doing a lot of things that they didn't before. I just have a feeling. I really do. So if they do, like I said, I think you could see some gas shortages, food shortages. The bare shelves could get even more empty in a hurry because with these restrictions and quarantines and people in self quarantining, you're going to have more labor shortages. Will go deeper. Your truck driver shortages will be that more noticeable. So you couple that with the supply chain that's already really strained. You have the shipping container issue going on where they're just backed up. In China, where we get a lot of our stuff, they have real problems. They have real problems in China. A lot of it, especially in the middle of the country, is underwater still. So they had all those dam breaks, massive flooding, loss of life. That, and then add on to that, they have a lot of shutdowns going on in their ports. They're going into another lockdowns again over CV. So my wife, Mrs. Dog, works for a company that gets a lot of their product. I'm not going to mention the product, but gets a lot of their stuff from China. And especially, there's one part of the product that they sell in particular that they get almost exclusively from China. And she's saying they can't get it. They're having trouble. They can't get this stuff. And I asked her, well, can you get it somewhere else? Did they make it here? Nowhere in the United States did they make it. That is ridiculous. And I said, well, where else can you get it? And she said, there's possibly Italy, but it's a lot more expensive. So that's just one product. And they make a lot of our drugs, our prescription drugs, our over-the-counter medications too. So, how we got in that mess, who knows? boggles the mind. It really does. So China's a mess. So that in itself could create, is still going to create even more of a backup in our supply chain. So I believe because of that, you're going to see, especially with an announcement of a big lockdown, you're going to see a big run on the stores. Okay, like I said, the gas could be as well. I think that what we're going to see is the people who are not prepared, the people who have not been preparing, are really going to be the ones who descend down on these stores and just wreak havoc as far as emptying the shelves. People like us, the preppers, the people who are prepared, you should be prepared. So we should not have to go out and get a lot of stuff. Maybe top off, and my advice would be to top off your preparations now, where if this happens, if the big run happens, we don't have to be in that mess. Because I believe they're going to be the ones who've had their heads stuck in the sand are going to be rushing out to Costco's, the Walmarts of the world, and just knocking it out. Long lines, getting in fights. Kind of similar to you saw the video of over a year ago when the panic buying was going on. So I think that'll happen again. So the marauders are gonna make a run on the stores while we stay at home. All right. So like I said, we should be prepared already. I would focus on, like I said, topping off your preps, your perishable stuff, maybe your fresh stuff like that. Now foods. Also, other than food, your vitamins. Stuff to boost your immune system. Zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, first aid supplies, of course. Sports drinks. I like to stock up on the Gatorade and the body armor as well. I drink that stuff too. We drink it especially when we're working out in the yard and it's hot. So it's just good to have that stuff around too. Some extra water on hand. It would not surprise me if this all happens. It would not surprise me if we have simultaneously a cyber attack. Haven't had one of those in a while, or at least not the one that we hear about on the news, and the big on the news. So I believe we could see something like that. I hope I'm wrong on that, but it would not surprise me to see in coordination with this a cyber attack, rolling power outages. Banks could be offline. Keep some cash out just in case. Your boil water advisories could be, your travel could be restricted. It's all things to think about and prepare for. If it really gets bad, I think you could see, if the stores get ransacked and really emptied out, and they're not being resupplied every couple of days like they are, almost every day now like they are, and that lags, then I think you'll see people get desperate. You could see trucks getting hijacked, all kind of crazy stuff. Hopefully not. But these are all things I've just been thinking about, to be prepared for. Crime could go up. You could see demonstrations in the streets. Things could get a little crazy, a little sideways, okay? My advice as well would be to lay low. If this all happens, go gray mode. We're already prepared. Go out as little as possible. If you are going out, keep it moving. Go do your business quickly, early, and get back, get home. Like I said, go gray mode. Try not to bring attention to yourself or be flashy about things. Keep it moving. Like I said, keep your automobiles gassed up. I'm not letting mine get below half a tank or even that. Other than that, just remain calm. Let's not panic. Keep praying. Don't feed into the frenzy. If this goes on, we don't have to go out in the middle of the stores just like everybody else. Okay, we can hold up. Let them do that. So we don't have to join the crazy. All right. Other than that, be safe. Keep praying. Like I said, definitely be safe. Be aware. God bless you. Of course, I will see you soon.